Hello, this is Maggie, and this is a video tutorial that I'm doing on how to make a magic ring. I myself, not too long ago, had to look up a video on it, and there was a couple. One was really good, but I figured I'd go ahead and make another one. Can't have too many of the same thing, so people learn different ways. I'm just using regular multicolored yarn. And the size hook that I'm using for this tutorial is a 5.5 millimeter size eye hook. The way I learned how to do the magic ring, and you can do this with any stitch, whether it be a single, a half double, double, triple, half triple, whatever. You hold your fingers out like this, kind of like when you're getting ready to cast on for knitting. Lay the yarn across it, leaving a little bit of a tail hanging down from your thumb. You wrap the rest of this around, but instead of wrapping it straight in front, you wrap it around through the back so that it kind of looks like this on your hand, where they crisscross in between your finger and your thumb. Take your hook and put it in between where it crisscrosses. Twist it around and pull it up so that you have a stitch on your hook, two that lay next to it, and then one that comes up. And with that one, depending on the stitch you're using, I'm just using single crochet stitches. So since I'm just using a single crochet stitch, I chain one, and that's what it looks like. Then you turn it like this. That way, the part that you're going to work the single crochet stitches have the loop and the tail being woven into the stitches. And then you just put your needle through the big loop, hook, pull it through, yarn over, pull through, single crochet, and then you do it again. Depending on what you're making and how many stitches it costs to put on the magic ring will determine how many stitches you actually put on it. I am up to 1, 2, 3 stitches. So I'm going to do 3 more. Again, put it down through the loop, hook your yarn, pull it through, just like if you're putting it through a stitch that you're doing a single crochet stitch on. Yarn over, pull through both loops on hook, and single crochet. And also the ease of this stitch and this magic ring also depends on the size needle and the size yarn that you use. Typically, when I'm doing something like this, it's because I'm making hacky sacks out of the crochet thread, or coasters, or any number of things that I make with thread. Now you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 single crochet stitches on your ring. Pull up your loop a little bit with your needle. Some will let you pull it straight out. Others you'll have to pull it out a little, and then manually pull your loop out a little. Pull your loop out. I pull it out quite a bit. And then you take your tail and you unweave it from the loop, because a lot of them, it'll still be weaved through the loop like that. You unweave your tail, and then what I do is I hold my stitches like that. And then I get the tail. Make sure you leave the part that leads to your other yarn and your big loop. Put those in your fingers. Put your first and thumb on your stitches. Grab your tail and pull it. And it closes. But as you can see, I still have a little bit of a hole there. After this, what I do is if you put it through put your little ring in between your first and second fingers, hold it with your thumb, and pull tighter. You'll hear a little bit of a noise. When you hear that noise, you know it's closed nice and tight. And there you have, you join it, and then you can chain or just keep going around or however you do it. But there you have a magic ring.